In this day and age, terrorism is a real threat. Boston, San Bernardino, Fort Hood, and Orlando have made it clear that we can no longer take our security for granted. And that's why it can seem so comforting when we hear about efforts by the government to secure us against acts of terror. But we always have to be careful about attempts to use our desire for security as a smokescreen to take away our liberty. One such example is an attempt by Congress to use the no-fly and terror watch list to take away our constitutional right to keep and bear arms. Now, I know it sounds like a good idea. I mean, nobody wants a terrorist to be able to walk into a gun store and buy a gun. I get it. But let's dig a little deeper into the subject. First, it's important to know that there is no official process for someone to get on one of these lists. There's zero notification once you're on it, and even more importantly, there's no process for someone whose name has been wrongfully added to the list to get off. And trust me, it happens more than you would think. In fact, the ranks of those whose names have been wrongfully added to the list include U.S. Congressman Tom McClintock, Weekly Standard reporter Steve Hayes, and even the late Senator Ted Kennedy. So, these folks whose names have been erroneously added to the list were denied the ability to fly. So what would happen if they wanted to exercise their Second Amendment right? Well, under the proposed congressional scheme, they would be denied their constitutional rights with absolutely no due process. They've committed no crime, and they have no redress in order to get their rights back. Here's the deal. If the threat posed by someone on a watch list is so great, then arrest them and charge them. But if someone is innocent enough that they can be walking the streets as a free citizen, then they're entitled to all the rights due them under our Constitution. I'm not saying we shouldn't keep an eye on those who've been identified as a potential threat, but we should never suspend the right of anyone simply because of a secret list that's compiled by some anonymous government bureaucrat. Once again, I'm not saying that the concept in and of itself doesn't have some merit, it does. But until Congress provides meaningful due process protections and a transparent means for challenging inaccurate government data, there is no way we should be using any government watch list to deny anyone their basic human rights. We cannot let the no-fly list become the no-rights list. This is Craig DeLuz in the FPC Newsroom. Thank you for watching. If you like these updates, please share them with your friends and subscribe to our YouTube channel.